Hi, I'm Captain Mike, and we're going to talk about plaster again. Specifically, plaster used in yard art. Now, plus is plaster makes beautiful castings. You can cast it and it's always comes out looking nice, and it's inexpensive. A little lighter than concrete, but that's about as far as it goes as far as its attributes. This is a standard plaster cast. Nothing but just pure plaster. This is designed to be used outside. You can't use it that way. It will start to come apart pretty quick. So you've got to treat it with something. What you want to treat it with is some kind of a sealer. This one, it's got a nice shiny finish. It takes paint well after you have brushed on a couple of coats of sealer. This is what I use. Works really well, and it goes a long ways. After it's sealed, you have another option. You can paint it like this. This one has been sealed, and then it was sprayed with this, which is an enamel. And just in case it's hammered, I like the hammered enamel. Looks really nice. That gives it a certain degree of protection. But trust me, it's not permanent. Here's what happens after a couple of years outside. Might be 2 years, might be 3 years. Depending on where you live, maybe in an industrial area where you've got a lot of acid rain, you might not get a year out of it. I'm not telling you. This is all what you get. Depends on where you live. But this is what happens. Okay? Hope that's a good shot of that. This has literally come apart in about 3 years, hanging in my garden, exposed to the weather. That is here in Georgia, northeast Georgia. And we've got pretty good weather. We don't have a lot of smog and all that stuff. But that's what happens. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. See, here's another one. The little guy was hanging adjacent to the one I just showed you. And this is what happens to all of the plaster. And I've run a lot of tests. I have plaster moldings throughout my walk between my house and my shop that have been exposed to the weather. Same thing happens. Okay? So, my question to you is, do you have any suggestions? If you have an idea, now mind you, an idea is okay. I would really like to know what you've done and it has worked out for you, but we'll go with ideas, okay? Put them in the comments below. And we will maybe make another video later with the suggestions and some that I've tried to see how they weather. Now mind you, I won't be able to run any experiments and come back 3 years from now and tell you about it, because I'll have forgotten all about it. But we will look into your suggestions. So, if you're going to cast some plaster for inside, a little turtle here, then paint them up, make them pretty, keep them inside. Plaster works great. Also great for molds. But if you're going to use it for yard art, remember, it don't work real well. So, that's my video on more plaster stuff, and I hope that it has kind of stirred a little interest in some of you viewers. Talk to me, let me know what you think. I'm Captain Mike. That's my video on degradation of plaster stuff on the outside. Thank y'all for watching.